Capitol, actually in the House lounge with Representative Todd Thomsen from right around the Ada area. Todd, thanks for being with us on MyLegislator.tv.
Thank you so much, and it's really good. And I think that the one thing as we come into the House lounge, people ought to know is that we have done some major renovations in the Capitol, and I think anybody should be very proud to come up and say, this is my Capitol, and we're here in really one of the nicest renovations that has taken place recently, the House lounge, and so I'm happy to be here with you.
Todd, your office, Sherry, of course, in there, always welcomes guests from your district area, and today you have some special guests. Talk a little bit about them.
Well, I have some special guests because I have my family up, and so it's always good to have them. Now, my office doesn't look quite the same after it's over, but you know, my kids have been blessed so much by my opportunity to be up here. They've learned about the process. They are much further along than I ever thought about being, and so you know, it's always good for them to come up there over at the History Museum. And if anybody has not had the opportunity to go to the Oklahoma History Museum and see, it is a first-class, state-of-the-art facility that really gives a great picture of Oklahoma, and plus it's fun to go through. And if you can get my 2 8-year-olds to be interested in going through the History Museum, then you know that it's quality.
It is definitely quality, just like all of the art around the Capitol, and you touch on the fundamental thing that we all need to recognize is that it is our government, and all we have to do to become less anxious possibly about what's going on is activate ourselves, get active, and start talking about some issues. And today, Todd, we're going to talk about higher education and some things that are going on with the OLAP program. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, I'm excited because we have 2 bills that are working. One of them is a bill that I am the House author with Senator Ford. We are working on expanding, really changing the requirements for OLAP. OLAP is a financially based access program to a college education, and basically it's an income-based program. And what we're going to do is change that qualification to an adjusted gross income and give more of an equitable access for families based on their family size. So, you know, the more kids you have, the higher your income can be, and so that it will expand that a little bit. And really excited about that potential. Not that I'm biased since I'm a guy with 4 kids.
I understand, but touching on that, what I heard you just say was you're trying to open higher education to more people, more Oklahomans. Is that true? Is that what the heart behind this is, to make it a little bit easier for more people to qualify to be able to move on and continue education?
Well, I think the thing that people have to understand is that the legislature implemented the OLAP program several years ago, and then we made the decision a few years back to take the funding for that outside of the budget process. And so right off the top, before any monies are appropriated or anything, money is given to the OLAP program. And so we have made an investment. Now currently, about 48% of all families qualify for OLAP. And I was really astounded to find out how many Oklahomans. So that's given a significant amount of people access to higher education. What this adjustment would do currently would take that up to about 55%. I think the long-term goal is to keep it at around 50%, one that we can afford that. And I think reaching half of the families in the state is a pretty significant impact. It opens it up. Now, it doesn't pay for all of the fees and those kind of things, but it does go a long way to helping a student get into college, and it provides some accountability for that student so that you know, there's a little bit of accountability based on what they're receiving. And we're looking at some things even in the future, dealing with some accountability post for their maybe some residency in the state, but those are things to be discussed.
Yeah, it's a great program. I've experienced that along with many Oklahomans in helping my son go to college. And now it starts early, though. He had to start the process back when he was a freshman, kind of agreeing to being accountable at school. Talk a little bit about that, Todd, if you could, the process and how it begins around the 8th grade.
Yeah, and as a family, we haven't had a chance to walk through it ourselves. So it's kind of like driving somewhere. I know it, but I've never driven it myself, so I can't tell you all the road signs. But I do know that in 8th, 9th, or 10th grade that you can sign up for OLAP and make a commitment really to meet certain standards on an academic standpoint, so that we're providing an academic incentive that you meet certain goals so that you go in really better prepared. Also, you get the benefit of the scholarship, and then once you get into school that you maintain some character standpoint, some character features, how you conduct yourself on campus, that you also, meet the standards of the school and live up to their standards academically.
And in this time of the information age, how important it is for all of us to get all the education that we can. This is a great program. It is, and you could Google OHLAP program in the state of Oklahoma, and you should be able to find out more about it.
Yeah, they are making the information now more readily available. The other thing that I think you need to understand is that, there may be some young people out there, some parents that are, thinking about their kids and thinking, college is not where I see them going. There are some excellent opportunities in the career tech arena, and this applies equally as well to a career tech education. So that scholarship opportunity, and really there's not as many people that are taking that opportunity that could, and the statistics show that there are some outstanding paying jobs that are being had by individuals that come out of a career tech system.
Oh, yeah, and that is a great system. In fact, it's been referred to, the Oklahoma Career Tech system, as one of the best, if not the best, the standard in the nation. And moving on, Todd, there's a happy birthday you'd like to give out to an institution, I guess.
That's exactly right. In fact, March 25th, 1909, East Central University was officially given its status as a university, a regional university for the Ada area, for southeast Oklahoma, and they have lived up to a high standard since that time. They have such an incredible impact on the community in Ada and the surrounding area, and very proud of the fact that this is 100 years of success, and what I see in that university for the future is even greater success, because they are making every attempt to be on the cutting edge and to be relevant to what our students need right now.
Representative Todd Thomsen from MyLegislator.tv, and everybody out there, thanks for the hard work, man, that you're putting in.
Thanks so much.